the rear end of the truck was kind of doing one of these, and it was doing all this on the highway because I carry a lot of weight in the back. You about done, Jaime?
Huh?
You about done on the phone?
Yeah.
That was like a whole telenovela. Say hi, Jaime.
¿Quién es? Who is?
Sí, it's everybody.
Oh.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Sí. Jaime had a whole season of Mi Corazón es Tuyo going on the phone there. That's a Mexican telenovela, soap opera. Come on. There we go. Come on, baby. Ah. All right, another hot one here in Florida today. I've got a little problem with my truck. You can hear Jaime cranking out the Spanish.
No se puede.
Got-
Usted sabe que todo está caro y el trabajo
I
cuesta.
bought a set of,
El trabajo cuesta.
I don't know if you can see those or not.
Pues yo voy a llamar a ver cuánto sale el condensador. Es un 2011, ¿verdad?
Bought some Airlift 1000 air springs, airbags for my trusty Ram 1500. And after about 7 years, they finally gave up the ghost. So what I did this time, telenovela, sí.
Esa girl, she want me to do the job.
Oh, okay.
But she don't have no money. She want to do shit, and I said, I don't have time for that.
You know, that's right. I told you it's a telenovela. Told you it's a telenovela.
People don't have no money. And
That's right. They want you to do gratis. I know. Sorry about my bad Spanish. So I got a new set of springs. Let me show them to you here. All right, these are Airlift 1000 HD. Heavy duty. And Lord knows I need heavy duty. And it's got instructions, which we're going to completely ignore. And I've already forced all the air out of these that I could. These are a lot beefier than the ones that were taken out, but these are so easy to put in these Dodge trucks because they just kind of cram into the side of the, I'll show you on the box here. They just kind of cram into the side when you expand that spring and let that rear end fall like it's on the lift here. You can just kind of jam it through there, and then there's a couple of, I've already got airline from the last set. I'm not going to replace it right now. I got to hit the road today and go to Tallahassee in Tennessee. And it's got these spacers, and these spacers. Mi corazón es tuyo, amigo. Goes right there, and I guess it protects this Schrader valve goober. And these things are great because they take like these Dodge Ram trucks are kind of softly sprung anyway. And I carry a whole bunch of AC crap in the back and tow my car trailer and things like that. I have a Ford Excursion, but I'm not driving it much right now because, you know, diesel's like way up there. And this has a better stereo. That's way important. But these things make the truck handle so much better. So Jaime's helping me do this today because I'm in such a hurry. So, not only that, he's a little machine, Jaime. He can do anything quickly. I think he's already got this. Oh, look at this. Let's go see what he's doing. What do you got, Jaime? Did you take the spring out?
yeah.
Okay, there's the old ones that I got. Those were regular duty. And that's about 8 years old, that spring. And it finally gave it up. But when you drop the rear end on these trucks, you can basically just pry the coil spring out of the little carriers that they're in. Was the hose still hooked up, Jaime?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was good?
The
Okay.
only thing is broken is all this.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Was that one already broke, or did you break it?
No, this is broken like this.
Yeah, I wore it out, man. That was like 8 years old. All right, so we'll get the new springs. Okay, this new heavy-duty version is made out of far better material than that one. Now, I have no complaints about the original red ones, the lighter-duty ones, because they held up so well for so long, and I had never had any airbags before, and I just wanted to see what it was like. And that's the way to go, guys. That's for sure. I'd put these on any truck that I had now, no matter what it was. Leaf spring, coil spring, Ram, Chevy, Ford. Probably will put a set on my Excursion sooner or later. I don't do the ones with a compressor because it's just a little bit more hassle. You can pretty much just, like, this truck stays loaded at a static load most of the time anyway, so I just set it where I like it. If I hook the car trailer up to it and I need to jack it up a bit more, I just jam some more air in it. Those were only rated to 35 PSI. These are rated to 50 PSI. These were 150 bucks on Amazon. Great deal. So we're ignoring the instructions and Jaime's just jamming that spring down in there. You might want to spit on it, Jaime. Saliva? Saliva. Vaseline.
Yeah, Vaseline.
Vaselina. See. You got to make sure it's not going to get pinched.
I just mess with you.
Oh, good. Don't mess with me, Jaime. I wonder if it's got the... I guess that hose was still good, right? Okay, the hose was exactly the same in the new kit and the clamps and everything. The only thing we had to get was 2 fittings to go on top of the springs. So we're going to reuse all the old hardware that I've already plumbed into the truck before. I'll keep that in the box along with the ignored instructions and the extra hockey pucks, because the old ones had those too. And I'll show you where I plumbed in my fitting. The air kit for the springs is pretty easy. I just ran it along the frame on one side and across to the other one, and then plumbed in this fitting into the plastic part of the back bumper. So that's where I put my air in. So when I get done, I'm gonna jack these up to like probably around 35 PSI. And it's like a night and day difference in the way these rigs handle. Okay, so there's a brass fitting that goes into the new airbag.
Hey! Aquí.
Mi corazón es tuyo. Soy de Chivas. Sí. Arriba las Chivas, arriba Jalisco. So Jaime's jamming all this back together now. He's got the hose hooked back up. And I think the spring just sits, I guess it just sits on that little perch down there, I guess. I didn't read the instructions, so I'm not 100% sure, but that's what the old ones did. They just kind of got supported by the lower, smaller coils in the spring. And this one is shot. There's Tito taking out the spring. It's just a matter of prying it out of the perch. Disconnecting the air hose. This is kind of, I think we only started this about 20 minutes ago, so this will be done fairly quick. Okay, this one was broken in the middle. You know, this truck, for the longest time, when you look we're in behind it, it kind of tilted this way. And I thought it was because the fuel tank is on this side, and then I'm such a load on the driver's side that, you know, a couple of my friends said, hey, when we're driving behind you, the truck kind of lifts to the left. You know, maybe you ought to consider going on a diet. And I'm like, well, I mean, I weigh the same as I did back when these springs were put in, and it was never a problem. So there may be a check valve that I'm not aware of in that fitting for the hoses that kept the spring on the right side more inflated and this one less inflated, because I think this one probably blew out first. But I paid $100 for these 8 years ago, and it was a great deal. Okay, here's the passenger side, and it was in better shape actually, Jaime. I think that one blew up a long time ago, Jaime. You remember how my truck used to do this?
Yeah.
Remember? And you always said it was because I was muy gordo? Yeah, maybe I wasn't so gordo.
Maybe not.
Maybe this has a...
Maybe not, you never know.
I don't know if they got a... Maybe. See? There you go. Put some soap on it, man.
I'm telling you.
There you go. You need to put these on your Nissan truck, Jaime.
This one?
Yeah.
My truck no put too much weight.
If you squeeze the air out of it and put the cap on it, it'll stay compressed. Oh, there you go. Just squeeze the air out of it and work it down in there, Jaime. Gotta work it. There you go. You gotta sing. My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I want to see you wiggle wiggle. Faux show. There we go. A little soapy water seems to help that process along, and make sure when you use the screwdriver to push down, you don't use the metal end of the screwdriver. My piece of junk phone overheats constantly, so. All right. It already seems like it sits higher for some reason already. That's good. So we're gonna jam some air in her and see what happens. Okay, my junk cell phone keeps overheating, so this is the big boy. It's already sitting higher than it was. It looked like the tire was tucked up under the fender before we even took the springs out. Go ahead, Jaime.
How many pounds?
35. No, let's do 40. 40. Yeah, much better.
Soy de Chivas, güey.
Sí.
Arriba Jalisco. Las Chivas. América Princesas.
America's juegan en las vestidas.
América son esas, mira.
Okay, it's still listing a little bit to the left, but maybe it is because I'm a big boy, or the gas tank. I don't really care, as long as it goes and does what I need it to do. I can certainly tell when I loaded the stuff into the back that, set my sweet tea down here. Yesterday when I was doing an air conditioning job, the top of this tailgate was about right here. And I could sit on the tailgate, no problem. Now it's about, I'm sure that's 4 inches or so, maybe 5. Much better, much happier. I'm gonna be much happier. It'll be a good drive to Tallahassee this afternoon, and this is a real quick, easy thing to do, guys. So, all right, we got it all done. The air springs, I can already tell a difference just driving it out of the shop. And I already feel like the front of the, I can see over the hood better. Not that that really matters. I'm more interested in carrying the weight and stability and towing. I can already tell there's an immediate difference. I could when I put the first set on, I can't with these. I think these will hold up even longer than the first ones if I can make the truck last that long. Highly recommend Airlift, air springs, airbags, air helpers, whatever you want to call them, and good quality shocks. So, anybody has any comments about Airlift suspension components, feel free to drop them down below. Subscribe if you want to, and mash that notification bell like all my relatives in Georgia would say. I really appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully we'll be having some really good stuff coming up real soon. Jaime, dile adios.
See you next time.
All right.
Tune in again.
Thanks for watching.
Yep.